most moms want their kids to see their dad, unless the dad is dangerous.
All right, so I disagree with this whole narrative that women want their kids to see their child's father, because it really depends. So if you have a relationship that ends badly, a lot of women, they have their emotions in it. So if it ends because dad cheated or because dad just left because it wasn't working out, she's not going to want to share the kids. And how I know is because that happened to me. So I wanted a lot of time with my daughter. I wanted as much time as she was willing to give me. And all she was willing to give me was 12 hours a week in terms of quality time. I did drop her off at school, which she later denied, which was crazy because I knew she didn't want to do it. So I dropped her off at school in the morning and I got 12 hours a week. And it wasn't because I was dangerous or I was a bad father. It was just because she felt like she was more entitled to my daughter than me. So we got to admit that when it comes to this child custody thing, as much as we see a lot of mothers choosing these horrible baby daddies and husbands and, you know, men who seem like they shouldn't have been fathers, and then they want to share custody with those men, there's always the flip side where it's like, you know, I'm the mother, you know, I should be entitled to more time. I mean, I've seen mothers that came in on my videos and commented and said, hey, man, I'm planning to move with my baby and I'm not going to tell the dad. So there's shit like that happens. I mean, it almost happened to me. My ex wanted to move to Tampa and I'm in South Florida. So that would have been really difficult for me to see my daughter as much as I would like. And I would be one of those guys you'd be talking about, like, oh, he doesn't have his kids. Yeah, she moved. Like, that could have happened to me. So, yeah, we're going to get rid of this false narrative that most women want to share their kids. That's not true. Again, the system is set up in a way where it incentivizes you not to work with a dad that wants to work with you. Because here's the crazy thing about my situation. So when my baby mother denied me time with my daughter, I did fight for my daughter. It cost me $12,000. But it also cost me another $6,000 in retroactive child support because she denied me overnights. And that wasn't my choice. Now, some people will say, well, you could have just went and took your daughter. Well, then I'm going to put my daughter in a situation where she would realize that me and her mom are fighting constantly. And she saw some of that. And I didn't want that for my daughter. So I went the court route, but it's not an overnight thing, especially during COVID. It took longer than it should have taken. So I got the temporary 50-50. And then she wanted to go in front of the big judge to overturn my 50-50 because she had a book of complaints as to why it wouldn't work. And then 2 years later, she's like, you know what? The $24,000 we spent in court, we shouldn't have done that. I'm like, you think? She should have did what you're saying most women do, which is a lie. Now, most women don't want to share their kids, especially if they're upset with dad. Hell no. Y'all are very emotional creatures. So don't tell me that most women want to share their kids. Yeah, most women who have those fucking dads who have no interest in the kids, those are the ones y'all want to share the kids with.